Create a snappy and informative film on the topic of the underground music scene. My aim is to uncover what the social world involves amongst DJ culture and discover what is important for progression in this field. I plan to focus on discovering any shared norms between the creatives and reveal what identity means to DJs and producers alike. I will also aim to distinguish what forms of capital are valuable in the world of electronic music, which will hopefully be useful and inspirational to many aspiring creatives. Although I will be focusing on a small variety of people in the scene, I aim for this video to create a sense of unity amongst the sector. The main theory I will use is Bourdieu's notions of a field of cultural production. According to Bourdieu, individuals serve as active agents in the cultural processes of meaning-making. He says ideas and knowledge are tangible objects in social life. I will use these ideas to interpret the underground music scene's forms of capital. I will thoroughly examine the culture around the underground music scene and use Bourdieu's habitus to explain this. I will ask all of my interviewees questions which will help me construct assumptions about the type of people in the scene and explore the social aspects of this community. I also want to gain insight into the interviewees' creative identity and collective identity through examining their everyday cultural expressions to see if this is visible in the performance as an artist. Goffman's work on the presentation of the self, specifically dramaturgy, will influence this feature of my film. Whilst carrying out this project, I will closely relate my work to the ideas from the Centre of Contemporary Cultural Studies to convey sociological context in the electronic world. I will discover if the underground is still easily identifiable as a subculture in today's era, or if Bennett's ideas on neo-tribes may be more useful in describing the social grouping. I will create a short introduction section to start my video. This will be a compilation of short clips to set the scene and energy of my film. It will also describe briefly what the underground music scene is and what it is I am trying to discover. This will be clips of my interviewees mixing, as well as clips of raids and live streams I have gathered. The main body will be made up of short-cut clips of the interviews I will conduct with an aspiring producer, a current female and male DJ, and a manager of an events company. This will ensure I catch every aspect of the scene to validate my video's reliability. I will carry out semi-structured interviews to keep structure to my video, whilst allowing room for new themes to arrive through conversation. To keep my video exciting and engaging, I will place tactical clips of my interviewees doing relaxed things like performing. This will be placed in between different questions to create a flowing and artistic feel to the video. This will portray the culture's style, as well as displaying the creative's identities. To round off my video, I aim to make another compilation of clips to form a conclusion of the areas I've been trying to investigate. This will be done by taking very short clips of the most beneficial parts of my interviews to portray an overall answer. Visually, my art direction will be relaxed and contemporary. The location of my interviews will be in urban areas, so the story of the creatives will emerge visually rather than just through dialogue exchanges only. My cinematography will consist of a range of different angles and movements to correlate with the upbeat background music. This aesthetically will help set the scene of the subculture. The aesthetics of my film will be bright and vibrant. Lighting will be crucial in my video to try and recreate the feel of a rave. I'll do this through the use of LED and colourful lighting. All of my shots will be well lit with a clear focus. I will also capture footage of street art and music posters, as these are perfect visual tools to complement the underground music scene. Given my theme, music is an important and prominent part of my video. I plan to have a number of songs played throughout. I plan to record my own mix to place in the background as a solid sound to create smooth transitions. I will then edit the volume accordingly to suit the clip, making the dialogue project louder. I will edit my film using Adobe Premiere Pro, which has several features to aid me in making my film look professional and creative. I will use transitions that best suit the audio and angles to my video. I want my video to be precise to represent the accuracy needed in the world of electronic music. As the underground music scene is significant in the city of Bristol, this is a great setting to produce a film on it. I will capture many iconic areas of the city in my footage, both in the interviews and for other spacer clips. This will help represent the culture of the scene and give context to my storyline. Bruno Natal's documentary Dub Echoes has influence on the topic of my film as well as the style and aesthetic. He connects the dots from different music genres, which has influenced me to investigate the connection between the artists in the scene today. The documentary features short and snappy clips of the interviews he carried out. Ondi Timona is a documentarian which gives me inspiration for my film. This is because she worked as a successful female in a male-dominated field. The underground music scene is becoming more diverse, but is still heavily male-dominated, and she inspires me to break down those gender boundaries. She is also famous for capturing truth on camera, which is something I hope to achieve. Ethically, there is one high-risk factor which associates with my film, the identification of individuals. To ensure this is addressed to a high standard, I will gather consent forms from all of my interviewees. I will give each individual the option of having their full name, their DJ name, or no name at all revealed in my film. I will be open with my interviewees about what it is I am investigating and make sure they are aware they do not have to answer if they do not wish. I will also make sure my interviewees are happy to have visual data of them stored and publicised on YouTube. I will show my participants the finished film before I upload it to YouTube to give them a chance to withdraw and verify their data. There are limited health and safety risks associated with the nature of my film. I will carry out my interviews in safe environments away from any potential danger, for example, traffic if I am outside. If I feel it is unsafe to carry out interviews with any of my participants, I will use Zoom to do an online interview instead.